Welcome back to Dr. Emily-Hartwell, where we explore the science of aging strong and staying mobile well into your golden years. For decades, we have been told that the traditional squat is the king of all exercises for building lower body strength. However, as we cross the age of 50, the squat might not actually be the safest or most effective choice available. While squats build power, they often place excessive compressive force on aging knees and the lower back that we must avoid. Today, we are going to shift our perspective from pure power to essential stability, focusing on what keeps you upright and safe. According to extensive research from the CDC and Harvard Health, falls are the leading cause of injury for adults over 65. These falls are rarely caused by a lack of raw leg strength, but rather by instability within the hip joint itself. The problem is that traditional squats primarily target the gluteus maximus, leaving a critical stabilizer muscle completely neglected and underdeveloped. We tend to focus on the big gluteus maximus for looks, but the gluteus medius is the true guardian of balance. This smaller muscle group is responsible for stabilizing your pelvis every single time you lift one foot off the ground to walk. When this muscle is weak, your hip drops with every step, creating a dangerous ripple effect of instability throughout your spine. I have selected 4 specific exercises that target this neglected area better than any squat ever could for the aging body. Our first movement is the sidelining hip abduction, and a gentle yet profound way to wake up the side of your hips. Start by lying on your side, bending your bottom leg for a solid base, and keeping your top leg completely straight. Ensure your body is in a straight line, as if you are sandwiched between 2 walls and cannot roll forward or backward. A crucial detail here is to rotate your top foot slightly downward, leading the movement with your heel, not your toes. Slowly lift your leg, feeling the deep burn right in the side of your hip, avoiding any swinging or momentum. This precise movement isolates the gluteus medius without putting any pressure on your knees, unlike the heavy load of a squat. Control the descent carefully, as resisting gravity on the way down is just as important for building strength as lifting is. Do not try to kick your leg as high as possible, because that forces your lower back to twist and compensate. Place your hand on your hip to ensure it stays stacked vertically, confirming that the movement comes strictly from the hip joint. Synchronize your breath with the movement, exhaling as you lift the leg against gravity and inhaling deeply as you lower it. Aim for 3 sets of 12 repetitions on each side, focusing on quality of movement rather than the quantity of reps. When you switch sides, take a moment to reset your alignment, ensuring your spine is neutral before starting the second set. Keep your upper body relaxed, as tension in the neck or shoulders means you are trying too hard to force the movement. Strengthening this muscle directly translates to better stability when you are walking, climbing stairs, or simply standing on one leg. You should feel a specific warmth on the side of your hip, which is a sign that the muscle is activating. Now, we move to the posterior hip abduction, which targets the rear fibers of the muscle to help with rotation. Stay in your side-lying position, but this time, extend your top leg slightly behind your body, creating a diagonal line. This slight backward angle is critical because it engages the posterior fibers that are responsible for rotational stability and preventing slips. Rotate your toes down towards the floor even more here, leading the movement strictly with your heel towards the ceiling. Lift and lower the leg in this rear position, and you will feel a very different, deeper sensation in the glutes. Be extremely careful not to arch your lower back, and you keep your core engaged to protect your spine throughout the entire movement. Brace your abdominals gently as if someone is about to poke you, which locks your spine safely in a neutral position. This exercise mimics the strength needed when you turn suddenly or change direction, which is when many falls actually occur. Hold the leg at the top of the movement for a brief second to maximize the contraction before lowering it down. If you are doing this correctly, You will not be able to lift very high, and that is perfectly normal. Rest for a moment and rub the muscle if needed, as this targets deep fibers that are rarely used in daily life. Now, let's get off the floor and integrate this strength into a standing position with the standing hip drop and abduction. Stand with one foot on a step or a thick book, eye holding onto a chair or wall for safety and balance. Let your free leg hang loosely off the side of the step, keeping both of your knees completely straight but not locked. Slowly drop your free hip down towards the floor, allowing your pelvis to tilt while keeping your standing leg strong. Now, use the muscle of your standing hip to hike the free hip back up, lifting it higher than neutral. Think of your pelvis as a seesaw. You are controlling the tilt purely with the strength of your standing hip muscle. The work is actually happening in the standing leg, which is fighting to stabilize your body against the pull of gravity. Keep your standing knee straight throughout the entire movement. If you bend the knee, you turn this into a mini squat. And this vertical hip movement is exactly what prevents your hip from collapsing every time you take a step while walking. Perform this with small, controlled movements, focusing on the sensation of the hip bone lifting and lowering in the socket. If you find this difficult, start with a very small range of motion until you build the necessary neurological connection. Switch legs carefully, and you might notice that one side feels significantly weaker or less coordinated than the other. Mastering this exercise is the key to walking confidently and climbing stairs without that side-to-side waddle that indicates weakness. Step down safely. You are building the kind of functional stability that protects you from falls better than any machine. Our final movement, standing hip extension with external rotation, integrates balance, posture, and glute strength into one functional pose. Stand tall and extend one leg behind you, resting your toe on the floor while keeping your hips square to the front. Rotate your back foot outwards about 45 degrees. This external rotation is the secret to fully engaging the glute muscles. Squeeze your glute to lift the leg off the floor, keeping it straight and maintaining that outward turn of the foot. Resist the urge to lean your upper body forward. Keep your chest proud and lift purely from the hip joint. As you get stronger, try hovering your hands off the support chair to challenge your balance reflexes even further. This forces your brain to recalibrate your center of gravity, sharpening the reflexes that catch you if you trip. Tap the floor lightly and lift again. This pulsing motion builds endurance in the muscles that hold you upright all day. You are training your body to react instinctively to instability, which is the ultimate insurance policy against aging. Switch to the other leg. Remember, consistency with these small movements yields far greater results than occasional heavy lifting. These 4 exercises, done consistently, create a foundation of stability that traditional squats simply cannot provide for our age group. It is not about how much weight you can push. It is about how confidently you can move through your world. We want you to enjoy playing with your grandchildren, gardening, and traveling without the constant fear of a debilitating fall. By prioritizing the gluteus medius, you are respecting your anatomy and giving your body exactly what it needs right now. And try incorporating this routine 3 to 4 times a week. It is low impact, so you can do it frequently. Listen to your body. If you feel pain in your joints, stop. Muscle burn is good. Joint pain is a warning. Your journey to a stronger, more stable body starts with these small, intelligent changes to your daily movement patterns. We are rewriting the narrative that aging means frailty. With the right exercises, aging can mean increasing mastery of your body. Take a deep breath and appreciate the work you have just done. You have invested in your future mobility today. Fitness is not a punishment for what you ate. It is a celebration of what your body is capable of doing. Let go of the exercises that no longer serve you and embrace the ones that build you up from the inside out. I hope this video has opened your eyes to a safer, A smarter way to train your lower body after
We'll see you in
50.
2 weeks.
If you
Take
found
care.
this information helpful, please like this video and subscribe to support our mission of healthy aging. Share this with a friend or family member who might benefit from better balance and less knee pain in their life. Thank you for watching Dr. Emily-Hartwell. Stay strong, stay stable, and I will see you in the next video. For those interested in the deeper science, let's look closer at why the hip is the fulcrum of balance. When you slip, your body's center of mass shifts rapidly. Your hip muscles must react in milliseconds to correct this. As we age, our neural transmission slows down. Stronger glute medius muscles compensate for this slower reaction time significantly. By training these specific isolation movements, you are actually strengthening the neural pathway between your brain and your hips. We call this neuromuscular efficiency. It means your brain can recruit the right muscles faster when an emergency happens. Think of walking on uneven ground. Your ankles adjust, but your hips provide the major power to keep you upright. Check your old shoes. If they are worn down unevenly, it is a sign your hips are not stabilizing correctly. You can test yourself at home, stand on one leg near a wall for safety, and try to close your eyes. If you cannot hold this for at least 10 seconds, your stability muscles need immediate attention and consistent training. Once you master the body weight versions, you can add a resistance band to these exercises for further progression. Start with a light band. The goal is not to struggle, but to increase the sensory feedback to your brain. Remember that muscle requires fuel. Ensure you are eating enough protein to support the muscle growth we are stimulating. Sarcopenia, or muscle loss, is natural as we age, but specific resistance training like this can halt or reverse it. Hydration is also key. Dehydrated muscles are prone to cramping and respond slower to the signals from your brain. To recap, sidelining abduction, posterior abduction, hip drop, and standing extension. These are your new daily essentials. Notice that we did not use a gym membership or expensive machines. Your body weight and gravity are sufficient tools. You can do these while watching TV or right before bed. Consistency is far more important than intensity. Be patient with yourself. It took years to develop your current movement patterns, and it will take time to change them. Every day is a new opportunity to improve. Do not let age define what you can or cannot do physically. Stand tall, keep your hips strong, and walk with the confidence that you are protecting your body from harm. I would love to know which of these 4 exercises felt the most challenging for you. Let me know in the comments. Your feedback helps me create better content tailored to your specific needs and challenges on this journey. If you struggle with knee pain specifically, check out my other video dedicated entirely to strengthening the knee joint. Or, if your lower back is the issue, this video here will guide you through safe stretches and strengthening moves. Creating these videos is a passion of mine, and I am so grateful to have you as part of our community. Remember, the best exercise is the one you actually do. Make these 4 movements a habit, not a chore. Invest in yourself because your health is the most valuable asset you will ever own in this lifetime. This is Dr. Emily-Hartwell signing off, wishing you strength, balance, and happiness until we meet again. Goodbye.